Gonna do a little stitch with me. I'm struggling to sleep tonight. It's midnight here in the UK, so I just thought, yeah, jump on and do a little stitch. It's 4:40 in the afternoon here. Hello, Patty. Right, I don't know if this is gonna work. I feel like my hand's gonna be in the way. I might have to zoom out a little touch. Ooh. Should have you on the other side really, but we'll see how we go. A few more colours in this tower, so I'm hoping it will be a nice little live to see how I work with the threads. Maybe should have mounted my phone onto a more stable surface with me zoomed in. We'll see how we go. If it's too much wobblage, then I'll end the live and try something else later. We'll see how we go. It's not the stand, it's the tablet mount that wobbles. I'll try not to move you about too much. As you can see, I'm stitching on Mother of Dragon again. We are at 45.25%. My brain could not handle all those parked threads. My anxiety level would be sky high. Bless you. Yeah, like I say, the threads go up the top out the way as I'm stitching the tower anyway. And then on the east tower, it's moved to the right. So that, yeah, it's not, they're not in the way. But I get what you mean. I have got my window open, so even though it's midnight here, there will be a little bit of traffic noise, so I apologise in advance. But it is very hot in here tonight, so I need the window open. That's maybe why I can't sleep. Hot sweats and stuff. Patty, I'll have to watch that video again. Traffic noise, not bad. Oh, cool. That's good. That's good to hear. Hi, Harrison. Thank you for joining me on my live stitch with me. Aim to try and get a tower done. Got a few more parked threads in this tower, which I feel like is going to be better. Most of my lives, I've not had many colours going on, so I feel like it's advantageous to you fellow royal stitchers to see how I handle it. We're not very close up stitching, but I feel like we're close enough. And not to sound like a broken record, but we will get back to our usual regime of stitching when I get my computer set up. In the new year, we'll get it all sorted so that you've got my face there as well, interacting, as opposed to just my voice, or zoomed out so you can see me but can't see my stitching. I probably won't zoom out today because, yeah, I'm not looking my best. It's, yeah, been a struggle to sleep, so the stitching's right next to me. I thought, why not jump on YouTube. Harrison, how are you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you. As I say, just struggling to sleep. Can't shut my brain off tonight for some reason. Plus I'm a little bit hot, hence why if you hear any traffic noises, it's because I've got my window open. How are you, Harrison? I think you're new to my channel, or just new to a live because I've come on so late. Where are you from, Harrison? When you can't see my hand, it's because I'm marking off my stitches on Pattern Keeper on my tablet. Marking off stitches and putting where my part thread is on Pattern Keeper. Part threads on Pattern Keeper has like a little, like half of the square covered in a bit like a see-through blue colour. And my finished stitches show up as their finished colour basically when it's marked off. It's not the symbol, it's the solid colour. For anybody who isn't aware of how Pattern Keeper works, it shows the symbols that I need to stitch with certain thread colour, and then you can mark it off as completed as and when you've done the stitch or stitches. I tend to do it after I've stitched them all of this colour in that one tower. I don't do it stitch at a time, be here forever. Now these colours have gone up my tower, but it's only because I know they're not going to cross over any of the other threads. It's just these odd little colours that there's not many stitches and it all goes to the right, so instead of carrying my thread up and down, I try and do it so that it's close to park into the next available stitch, so that I'm not wasting too much thread. Not that it matters with these colours because there's not many stitches required, so I could snip them off, but can't be bothered. I'm hoping to try and get to 50% before Christmas, but I'm not quite there yet. I'll have a play around with my chat in a minute, just in case you are chatting and it's not coming up again. Let me just do this colour and then I'll have a look. We had a little bit of a nightmare with the chat the other day. I don't think it was my last one, I think it was the one previous to that. It started off with the comments, but then it stopped for some reason. Luckily, my friend Joe sent me a screenshot to show that there were a lot more messages. So just bear with me and I will check to see if that's happened again. If it is because people aren't chatting, that's fine. If you're new to my channel, feel free to subscribe. You'll not miss out on my lives that way. Trying to get 2 lives a week done. I've managed it the last couple of weeks, so Fingers crossed my mojo will continue. Why have I not marked that stitch off? Let's have a look at that in a minute. 3. That one. Park that and mark them off. Highlight that one. That's stitched. Right, let's have a look because the chat. I don't know if the chat's frozen or settings, chat filter. No, I think we're still going. Have a look on my other phone in a moment. Right, so that one does cross over, so I'll park that and come back to it. Do these ones. I completed the half row, and as you can see, I've come back to this part and I'm going to be working across again, and that'll be classed as my row because I can't stitch this side just yet until I get my setup sorted. So my rows are half of the project at the moment. Right, let me get my other phone, see what's occurring. YouTube. Channel live. Yep, chat seems to be working okay, I think. Very good, very good. Needle. I'm trying to not keep my hand in the way too much. If I can get my phone mounted onto a more solid side so it doesn't wobble so much, I'll try and get it so that it's above, not to the side. Get a bit better of an angle that way. It's all trial and error. We'll get there eventually. I appreciate you all for bearing with me while we muddle through as best as we can for now. Let's say I've moved, so I have to work with what I've got for now. We are looking forward to Christmas. I'm looking forward to spending it with my family, but it's just another day for me this year. A lot's gone on this year, so get Christmas out of the way. The sooner I see the back of this year, the better. So we've got 2 parts there. Nope. I do need to finish that stitch off. Okay. And then it's part of it. Put it there. Highlight that one. Pulled that stitch out, half finished when I parked it. All fixed. Hi Sally Ann. I'm good, thank you. Struggling to sleep, so Patty not yet. Sally Ann, I love Christmas even at 64. I get so excited. Oh, I do normally. When I've got my nieces and nephews about, it's, yeah, you get that excitement for the kids. But as I say, this year's been a bit of a nightmare for me, so I just want to get this year out of the way, to be honest. I'll still have a laugh, I'll be jolly, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great day. Not looking forward to it as much as I normally would, maybe, but the closer I get, the more excited I get, I suppose. I'm never ready for Christmas, though. I tell a lie, last year was the first year ever that I was prepared. I got everything. I didn't have to do any last minute shopping, nothing. Whereas this year, I've literally got nothing. Probably be about the 20th, 21st maybe, that I'll whiz round town and get a few bits. But with me moving, all my money's gone onto my new flat, so my family are aware that they're not going to be getting a lot. But I'll feel bad for if I go around empty-handed for Christmas dinner. I'll be spending the day with them, so I'll feel a bit cheeky if I turn up and don't give any gifts out, so they'll probably just get smellies or something. But it's the thought that counts. The kids will get a little bit more maybe, but we'll see. We'll see what the funds are like. I've got to make sure I've got my roof over my head. That's my #1 priority, and my cats, obviously. Next year will be better. Right, where's this neat parking? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Yeah. Do you have grandkids, Sally Ann? Yeah, it's lovely watching my grandchildren. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I literally just saw that. Yeah, like you say, we do it for the kids. Be a new year, new start for me. Well, it's already a new start, but I'll be starting the year fresh as a daisy, hopefully. A bit more positive. Feel like I'm doing alright because I've got my flat. I've got my little flat. It's always the best start. That one. Oh no, let's do this one. Where's that needed then? One, two. Can't bother to end it, so I'm going to park it over here. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure it's in the right place. Yep. Park that. And zoom back in. My health's not been great this week. I've had chest pains, headaches. Now I've got chest pain and a headache today, as opposed to one or the other. Let's say struggling to sleep. I feel like my insomnia is trying to kick in again. So I'm hoping, doing a bit of this tower, well, doing this whole tower, hopefully. Afterwards, I'll be about ready to try and attempt number, I don't know, 10. Park that there. I like jumping on live because I find out how long it's taking me to do a tower. Have a great dinner. Dinner is calling. Okay, Patty. Have a great evening even. Dinner is calling. Enjoy your dinner. What's that one? So that one can go. That one can be ended because we've got loads of that colour now. Got 2 of those threads parked in that tower now, so I'll end that. I'll keep it. Do this one. So, do this one. I still haven't checked on policies for music while on YouTube. I'm a nightmare. It's in my to-do list in my brain. I also had a thought of potentially doing cross stitch and crime. I feel like a lot of people who stitch like to watch crime podcasts. I'm a big fan of Bailey Sarian, and I think it's called Misery Machine. I watched a lot of their videos. So yeah, I'm potentially thinking of doing like a stitch with me while I chat about true crime stories. We will see. The idea's there. Whether we'll pull it off, I don't know. But what do you guys think? Would you be interested in a bit of the old true crime while stitching with me? This would be like in the new year, because I would potentially have like a window open on my laptop with notes to remind me of what I'm nattering about. You kind of half need a script. Not quite a script, but you need like points to remember what bits you're discussing. I'm sponge. I feel like I'll be good with remembering dates and names and things like that, and what occurred where, when, and how. Well, maybe not how, because how do these criminals' minds work? But anyway, I digress. I feel like I'd be fairly good remembering bits and just occasionally looking at my screen to be like, make sure I don't miss out, like a bullet point type thing. Talk about this bit, then that bit. I might give it a go. Do a little bit of research, and if you are interested in that, what would be the first story you would like me to tell? True story, of course. I feel like cross stitchers are quite scary people. I feel like we have the patience to sit here stabbing a needle through tiny holes in fabric thousands and thousands of times, and we like true crime. Honestly, if I ever got arrested, the police would have a field day with my search engine, because of watching the true crimes, and afterwards I like, if it isn't quite reaching my expectation on knowledge of the person, I'll Google them and be like, how did they get away with doing this, that, and the other? So yeah, if anything ever happened to someone and I was a suspect, they would absolutely have a field day with my devices. And like I say, the fact that I have the patience to sit here and stab a needle through tiny holes, yeah, crazy chick right here. And she knows how to cover up a murder, or try to cover up a murder, because let's face it, you can't cover up a murder. Truth always comes out in the end. 9 times out of 10 anyway. There's some of the unlucky ones that haven't had justice, don't know what happened to their loved ones, etc. So yeah, comment below in my comments section if you're watching this later on, and let me know what you would like as the first true crime story, or if you would like a true crime story. You might have other ideas of what I could potentially do along with stitching with me. Sweaty hands. I'm not sweaty, they're just, I don't know, a bit clammy because I'm hot. Hot flushes, they're great. Or as my friend Sylvia calls them, my personal summer. Let's end that thread because it's getting a bit small and I don't like playing chicken. And then we're going to borrow out of the next tower because that colour is there. Oh. Lay down, Tricks. Obviously you can't see her, but my Trixie's nose is behind the fabric. She's sniffing my finger. I can't stroke you, girl. I'm stitching. After, I'm nearly finished. Three, go up here. Thank you for the likes, guys. The likes help because it puts you on a, puts my channel on like a better algorithm, so more people can find us. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you noticed, but I did my leg of the first part of my stitch the other way then. The only reason I did that is because I'm trying to push a bit of thread down the back. Oh, no, that don't go there, right? That goes there. Saves me getting my snag nabbit. where I got it from. Get a couple of stitches out of that piece. Mark those off. This colour. Oh, hang on. What's that colour? Oh yeah. Grey. They're cooking on gas. We're 38 minutes in and got 1, 2, 3 more colours. So yeah, I feel like we do average about an hour on the towers that have extra colours going on. Obviously the less colours, the quicker you stitch a little bit, because you're not constantly ending your thread and starting a new thread and picking up different colours, doing the odd stitch here and there. You get a bit more of a block going on, like 10 to 15 stitches or something, so you get a bit of a flow. Planning on stitching on my mirabilia at some point. It's in my mind to bring it out, because she's not on a frame. She's in a, I think she might be in a Q snap if I remember rightly. So yeah, I'm contemplating bringing her out. She's a paper pattern, so I might try and get a live done stitching on her potentially. It might not be till the new year for that, because I feel like with it being an Q snap, and the paper pattern and stuff, I want to be able to have the camera mounted stably, because I'll be scribbling and yeah, I just feel like it'll be easier if I've got my computer for you guys. Get you a better view of it. The Mirabilia one that I've got is the Roses of Provence one. I think I was just about working on her skin. Pretty sure I got her back done. I'd just done a bit of her arm. So yeah, that's another on the to-do list. Like content next year should be good for you guys. A little bit of variety. Well, I say variety. I'm enjoying stitching on this, so you may see a lot stitched on this one, but I will try and chuck in a few extras in there. As I say, the Mirabilia, I might do a whip parade, show you where we are on all my projects before I get them stored away properly. I'll try and be a little bit more monogamous and get some finishes going. That's not going to happen if I keep swapping and changing, so a lot of them are going to get put on the shelf for now, but I'll keep this one and potentially the Mirabilia out. get them stitched on lots next year. Who knows, we might be able to get a finish. If we concentrate on just those two. Now I've just got the bottom of this tower to complete. Might get away with nicking some threads from the other tower. Hi Jack Ray. What we got? How long does it normally take to finish a complete piece? Ugh, a long time. Depending on who you ask. I mean, some people stitch a lot quicker, some are a lot slower. It depends on how often. I feel like if you was to stitch it just one piece, for example, my Amy Stewart, she took about a year, but I feel like it might have been I might have been able to get it done a little bit quicker if I had been stitching every day. So it's hard to say really on how long it's going to take. I mean, I started this one, was it last February or the February before? I feel like it was last February. But I haven't been stitching it exclusively. So even though it's taken, to do this bit, even though it's taken, what, nearly 2 years, it kind of hasn't, because I haven't been stitching on it just this. So yeah, I would say maybe give yourself a year if you're going to be stitching quite regularly, and then hopefully you might get it done a bit quicker, but it's hard to say, it really is. There's so many different sizes of the Hades as well. I mean, my deep blue sea one is the biggest one. It's a lot longer than this one. So yeah, there's so many different variations and whatnot of how long it can take. Sorry I'm not more helpful with that, but yeah, it can take a while if you're not stitching every day. Right, that's got one stitch, so 19. First time of getting a bit of thread out. Wow, yeah. Yeah, that's what I mean. I don't know if you caught the conversation about patience. Yeah, it takes a lot of patience to sit and stab a needle through tiny, tiny holes thousands and thousands of times. And yeah, how long it can take. It's worth it in the end. The finished piece is definitely worth it in the end. And because it takes so long, some of your pieces end up having memories attached. So for example, this one and my deep blue sea, the memories attached to that would be my cats. You know, when Trixie had her kittens, it was around the time of me stitching on these. So yeah, I feel like it'll bring back some memories along the way. Which will help to remember when I stitched it. Right, what we've got going on this one? 3854. See, this is the perfect tower because I've only had to start 2 new threads. And that's only because those weren't already in there. Those colours weren't already in there from previous towers. The colours that were already parked filled the tower pretty much. Well, not pretty much, they did, apart from these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 stitches. Yeah, this is a perfect tower. They're all there ready to thread and stitch and get good flow going. Oops, don't want that down there. There. I've done better on this live with my stitching and talking. I like to try and figure out how long it's taken me to do a tower, and the way to tell that is with my live. But when I get proper nattering and I stop stitching to natter, it's not a true time, whereas I feel like with this live I have just stitched while talking. Multitasking at its finest. Nattering away, threading needles, stabbing holes, looking up at the screen, marking stitches off. Nearly finished with this tower. Oh, there's a lovely breeze coming through that window. That's 4 stitches. And there we have it, a completed tower, mostly with all the park threads. That can go there. Just need to push me ends through to the back. Let's move these out of the way. So we go up here. So my next tower, I feel like my next tower is going to be the same as this one that I've just done, because there's quite a few colours in there already parked, ready. But as I say, I need to push these threads back first. My ends, and well, I think there's only one start one. Although no, that start was over here. Most of these are from the previous tower. There we go. Top here. Yep. That one. Got a couple of stitches there. And we're done. So 51 minutes that took me. That's not bad going, considering how many colours was in there. Let's snip that a little bit off, it's a bit long. Okay, sorted. I would say I'll save this tower for another live, but I'll probably, if I can't sleep again, I'll probably end up stitching it, or I'll stitch tomorrow. But yeah, another tower completed. She's coming along nicely. Let me zoom out a little smidge for you to see her a bit better. She's gorgeous. She'll get the rest of her chin done. So it'll be literally just a little tiny bit of a chin into it just there, I think. And then I'm not sure what the underneath bit is. Let's have a look. Mark those stitches off first. Park, done. So I've done 1066 stitches today. We are now at 45.31. Let's have a look at the mock-up. So after her chin, there's going to be a bit of her dress coming in. This is the glow on top of her arm. Yeah, we might have a bit of black down across here somewhere from her dress, and then obviously her neck, a little bit more of her dress, a bit more of her hair. Can you see, actually, looking at that? So yeah, I feel like this might come in where the black strap is, just underneath her chin, potentially, because this is the glow. You just see the glow here. That's this bit. So yeah, thank you for joining me again, guys. Hopefully Thursday again. I'm not too sure what time. We'll just wing it. Might try and do it a little bit later on again. It's a bit quieter. Cat's a bit more settled. Yeah. But anyway, thank you all much. Sorry I haven't shown my face today. As I say, I'm not looking my best. I've not slept very well the last couple of days. But hopefully Thursday you'll see me. Thank you for joining me. Love you all. Not as much as cross stitch.